Welcome back to another video on Field of Play TV. Back with my boy Sanch. What are you telling me, bro?
Very good.
Not really, man. I can't lie. It's a techie
Not
one.
really, but sir.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
where do we start, fam? It's been
you told me why it's techie, innit? Why? Because why do you think?
I don't know, man. It's been a mad week, man. It's been a mad week. I can't lie. Like with United, everything's just a roller coaster right now. Like it's just mixed emotions, like in so much different aspects, like in terms of the team, in terms of individual players, in terms of the club as a whole, in terms of the manager, just in terms of how just us as an institution, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like what came out this week or a week ago, talking about chicken not being cooked properly and like it's always something. Even if we're having a season that is so poor, there's just always something that comes out from the outside that's just. And then you talk about the off-pitch stuff. Then you talk about the on-pitch stuff. Then you talk about the board, bro. Right now, things are just it's just crazy to think about. And the reason why I kind of have this kind of like feeling or emotion towards how everything is going is because nothing's going right. It's like there's nothing to be optimistic about. I'll be real with you. I came into the season with a bit of optimism that, we'll be better than last season for sure. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's kind of crazy when you look at it that I feel like we've taken like 3 steps backwards, bro. I'll be honest with you. And I know it might seem harsh, but I just feel like when I look around at this squad, this current group of players, I don't really see how we elevate. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And the disappointing thing with how things are going right now is I'm here kind of questioning the gaffer, where it's like, I know that these players are the ones that are, do you get it? They're the ones that always throw a manager under the bus, etc. Also, the manager has to play his part, but it's like, for me to even be looking at the gaffer as well, it's like, bro, man is just in a different kind of, what do you call it right now still? I don't know. How are you feeling in terms of how everything is going as a whole? Because we know how things are going on the pitch. But just in general, like, do you feel like, can you even see like the end of the top? Can you even, do you know what I mean? Can you even envision it? Can you see how we, navigate things? Is Sir Jim coming in? Is that something that you're looking at that might make us move forward in certain aspects? Like, what are you saying? Like, do you get? Because we're gonna talk about the games, but just in general, like, what are you saying in terms of like how things are gonna be moving forward?
In general, with regards to this season?
Yeah, this season, bro. Because me personally, I think our season's done.
When you say done...
I think we have nothing to play for anymore in terms of, like, we're not competing for no trophies. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We're out of champs. I feel like we're not going to be anywhere near the title. There's no miracle that can happen that can see us there, in my opinion. What? FA Cup?
What about the top 4?
The top 4 is not something that
No, I know, but I'm saying,
I don't think we're getting top 4 still.
In and around
6 maybe, something like that. I don't think we're getting top 4, bro. And I felt this a few weeks ago where I'm just thinking, bro, we're gonna have a season where we might get a result like Everton, but then we will go and lose like convincingly, bro. And if we don't lose, it's like, how did United not lose that game? So if that's the 2 things that I'm seeing mainly, it's like, how the hell are we gonna ever put a group of, matches together where we're winning games? I just think our season's done, bro. I'm at an all-time low. I'll be real with you. All-time low. Like, there's no getting me back up. You get it? There's no getting me back up, bro. Like, it's mad. I can't lie. What are you saying, man?
I see why you say that still, but I'm not feeling like that at all. But again, I'm not saying you're a madman for...
But what are you saying, though?
It's a bit like why are you still disappointed? Like, do you get it? Like,
It's
why?
not- it's
Like,
not-
why are you still disappointed? Like,
It's
what
not
did you
about-
expect?
It's
Like,
not even about
I
disappointment.
know you expected us to do a mad thing at the start of the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think obviously injuries have played a
100%. But do you know what it is,
with
bro?
with your thought process, anyways. Like, you were obviously thinking everyone's gonna stay fit and that, whatever, which is rightly so. But I think that's obviously played a part. I think obviously the form of certain players has played a part. But the way I see it is, I've got to take the season as the way the season's going on, week by week, and obviously. The start of last week before the Everton game, this was a big week for us. Do you get? And I said we had to win last weekend because I thought yesterday or this would have been a tough game. I didn't see us getting a result.
But is it just about the result though? Is it not? Because
but again, was you surprised by that performance?
It's not about even me being surprised. But then that's the thing though, bro. Like, I'm looking at the team that he put out, and I'm questioning so much. Like, bro, we've spoken about Anthony Martial for donkeys, bro. Like, I don't care if Højlund is 1% fit. I don't want to see that guy, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, bro, everyone can have their laughs, etc. But everyone knows that my man is not, like, he's extinct. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He can't move. He can't, like, you know what I mean? He's just a bystander. That's how I see him. So it's like when Ten Hag's playing it, because yeah, I see Højlund ain't 100 because he when I've seen him since he's come back from his injury, he hasn't been pressing, etc. Like with the intensity that he has been. Understandable. But a game like Newcastle, where, bro, you're going to need to be at it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'd rather see Højlund do that for the first half even and hook him than see Martial get... You get it? I hear they're throwing hands, etc. My man comes back out. Even so, bro, in that game, as much as you want to talk about performance, the result, etc. Bro, I'm looking at the performance, bro. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, bro, at the end of the day, when I'm looking at this team play, yeah, I know that most of them haven't got it upstairs. So then that's when I look at Ten Hag like, yo, like, what are you going to do? Are you going to have some tactics that allow us to nullify certain positions on the pitch? Bro, we're getting outdone. Bro, they had Livramento and Trippier bombing down the flanks. What did he do early on to say, yo, let's get things into play, let's pattern up? Bro, I didn't see nothing, you know. It just kept wave after wave, wave after wave. I'm thinking, cool, you know that Rashford is performing so poorly out there. Like, disinterested, whatever. What do? You wait for how long to take him off? It's like little things like that, bro, is where I'm like, yeah, you can talk about the result and the grand scheme of things are like, yeah, we're not... Newcastle, yeah, different, they're in a different, you know what I mean, place to us. But then there's little things where it's like, bro, like, you can help yourself, you know. You can take certain players out of the firing line and change things up. You know, bro, that United fans will want to see the youth, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, the gaffer always talks about United, the DNA, young players, etc. That's why he's playing Kobe. So then, Rashford, bro, do something different. Do you get it? You play Bruno on the right wing. Do things different. You get what I'm trying to say? It's not like you stick players to their position. If you were that kind of manager, I would understand. You play Dalot left back. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I hear it. What do you call it? Injury, sure. I get why you play them left centre back. But it's just like, you've played Dalot left back sometimes when there's been a available left back to play. So it's like, I can't give you that benefit of the doubt. Really and truly, right now, it's not like I'm saying Ten Hag should go, etc. But right now, I'm looking at him like, yo, you're in danger of going backwards based on certain things that I'm seeing you do. I had that conversation with you where I was like, oh, he keeps playing McTominay, etc. I don't get why he's doing that, And yeah, we spoke it out, and you're like, bro, injuries, etc. Amrabat, So I get that. No, even though I don't want to see McTominay, I don't want to see McTominay. But I get. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I get why. You know what I mean? But bro, other positions on the pitch and how certain things are panning out, bro. I'm looking at him like, yo, we already know that these players have shown themselves, bro. That's the key thing. So we can moan about, you can tell me, was you expecting that performance? Bro, yeah, and I know that these players are capable of poor performances, but what are you doing to pattern? That's what I'm trying to say.
No, he's the gaffer. Isn't I'm not sitting there saying the gaffer has not like we can't sit him down and be like, bro, what's going on, kind of thing. I'm not saying he's not. I won't say at fault, but he's not to blame for certain things. So yesterday, even though I thought Shaw was brilliant, I think he shouldn't have put him left centre back, in my opinion. Would I have started Rashford? Would I have started Martial? Those are three decisions where he probably got wrong. Yeah, so I'm not saying he's not to blame for anything, but there is what I've known from this group of players, and this gaffer, to be honest, is that he's gonna. I kind of understand what he's trying. Like with the lineup, I understood what he's trying to do. So obviously, like you see with Scott McTominay, I was saying, I completely agree with you. He is probably. I think he's the main problem right now with the way we're keeping the ball and going the other way. Not directly going the other way, but he'll find himself in the right hand side positions where he's probably instructed to do that, which is obviously another Ten Hag thing. But there's just these wide gaping gaps in the middle of the park, and I'm thinking, what is he doing? And on the ball, like there was a clip doing the rounds, and like we're starting from our goalkeeper. He's not in the clip, but that's obviously not a Scott McTominay. That's not Scott McTominay doing what Scott McTominay wants to do because he's whatever. That's just
Ten Hag,
100%. But what I'm saying is that I don't necessarily think that's the wrong thing, even though it didn't go right yesterday. I'm not necessarily saying what he's trying to do is the wrong thing. He's obviously seen that Scott McTominay is a threat going towards the other team's goal. Yeah.
If he's a detriment the other way, then
it's obviously breaking down like that way. But I'm saying, there's no for me at the moment. There's no other solution right now.
Boy, that's when you
because I think I'd rather not even have Amrabat playing.
No,
I'll be real,
I can understand
and I understand that. But and then he's physically imposing. He's got his strength, and at a place like Newcastle, Everton, Gala, I completely understand. But this is where it's trying to break down. And what was happening last season was that he reverted back to the way he played, which was obviously defensively sound, cutting all the spaces and that, and then hitting teams on the transition, on the counter. And then when we get them moments of control, we try to get a goal from there. What I've realised this season is that he at no point this season has he tried to revert back to, and we said that at the start of the season, we played against Wolves and we got ran over, and then he done the same thing at Spurs. Then he played the same way the week after against Brighton, etc.
But what's this way that you're talking about?
No. I'm not saying there's a distinct style of play where it's beautiful to watch. I'm just saying he tried what he tried against Wolves, and he's been trying it ever since. Whereas last season, we got spanked the first two games, and then against Liverpool, you saw the distinct change between what he was trying to do.
I don't agree because
so the difference now is that it's not Mason Mount, it's Bruno and McTom with a sitter.
Yeah, but
so people are saying he doesn't stick to his like Angie's like, oh, we'll just do it anyways, mate, whatever, blah blah blah, and it's working. I actually think this season he's doing that, it's just not working. So at what point? So then we asked the question: what would you want him to do? Go back to what he was doing last season, because then that was what was getting him results.
Bro, but if you know you don't have the players to play how you're,
and I agree with that. And
because when we were talking about Liverpool,
but then there's questions.
When we were talking about Liverpool having injuries, the season where they just all their centre backs were out, bro. Everyone was saying, why is Klopp still playing with a high line, even though he knows that it's not working.
I completely agree.
And Klopp even came out and said that, you know what I mean, that, do you get what I'm trying to say? He was humble, like, you know what I mean?
I completely agree.
So if it's in that same vein, then Ten Hag, as a gaffer, you know that the team that you're putting out has so many players that can't do the defensive side, can't win duels, all these things, bro. I'm not even, I'll be honest with you, I'm not even, because there's certain games where I'm like, cool, I see what you're doing, etc. But then when you're talking about yesterday, bro, we were going long, and I know that's because of Anana, who, bro, so if I get onto that guy, bro, we need to terminate that contract. But Anana, he's going long. That's not the same way of because the same way as him trying to play out from the back now.
No, but then this is what I mean. There's the people are not understanding this distinct style of play that this man apparently has. Because there's been reports saying that it's not just strictly playing out from the back. When we do, that's the aim, to play out from the back and get out from that position playing from the back. But at times there is instructions to go long.
Yeah, to transition.
And there's instructions. So then what's the why are we talking down on that if that's what he wants to do?
Because I'm not seeing players that can play to what he wants to do. That's my point.
What, to the long ball?
You're trying to play transition football and things like that. You need guys in the midfield that can win duels. We know that McTominay cannot win duels. We know that Amrabat gets ran pass, etc. Ericsson ran pass. All these players, Bruno as well, gets ran pass. So if that's the case, why are you trying to? Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? It's like you're doing.
But then, okay, so what's your solution?
I don't know. I'm not the gaffer.
But then that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's not that black and white.
Just because it's not working doesn't mean that I'm gonna just say, okay, what are we gonna do? You're the gaffer, bro. Create something.
It's
like, I don't get it.
But then you're going off that yesterday, yeah?
No, not yesterday. I've seen it in
but I'm saying in the last week. What was it at Everton? Which we got through a phase in the first half where they were all over us in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and then the rest of the game
was flattering.
I disagree. I think the second half was flattering. As comfortable as we've been this
flattering
season.
Though. Everton had so many chances in the first half.
No, I agree with you, and that's what I said. The 15-minute phase.
It wasn't just 15 minutes though.
It was towards the end of the season. I mean, the end of the half.
They still had chances during the game though. It wasn't just like we shut them out.
And I'm not saying we shut them out, but I'm saying there's a situation right now with the squad that we have.
Yeah.
I feel like he's trying to buy this time till he has his players back fit.
So then, okay, then cool, that's fair.
Because we're talking about the 11 that we're playing, and then there's a midfield 2 that have no replacements. So that has to be the midfield 2, unless he wants to play Kobe and Hannibal together.
What do you mean? I don't get it.
We're complaining about this style of play, or the way we're playing. But there's no direct solution because we're playing the same players.
Wait, what? You're saying no direct solution, yeah? But bro, like gaffers play certain players that will never be a solution for them, and they still get the team to look a certain way. So I don't understand like this notion of just because I know, bro, that we have injuries. You should know me. I know this. Like I know we're down bad right now. I'm saying Ten Hag, show me something. Show me something that I can be like, bro, like I hear it. You're like, I'm not hearing it right now. I can't lie to you. I'm not hearing it. I'm not. Cause how it is, I have a certain level of standard for my man. And bro, right now this season, bro, like it's not going well, bro. Because what are we gonna say? Like, what? How long are we gonna be saying? Oh yeah, because then when the players come back from injury and we're still seeing this,
that's a different conversation though.
So if the players come back from injury, Leacher comes back. Who else? Who's integral for you to that you think Ten Hag is waiting on? So
and Casemiro.
So Leacher and Casemiro. So when they come back,
I think that can't, and they weren't performing great either. But I don't think that can be more so. What they bring characteristically, I feel what we're missing at the moment.
Bro, we are missing that 100%. But bro, we're missing so much that
we're going to St James, we're going to Goodison Park and St James's Park, and we're playing an 18-year-old kid at the base of our midfield. Casemiro got injured. There's no replacement for him. There's no who's his replacement? A guy on loan from Fiorentina that we all thought was going to be some steady understudy, who turned slower than what the slow. Yeah, literally. If I look like that when I turn on a football, I'll be embarrassed, bro. So these two games we're playing, kids at the base at Goodison at St James's Park. These are two tough away games. Like
if you're good enough, you're young.
No. I'm not saying that, bro. But that doesn't cut it for me, bro. I'm not saying he's. I know he's good enough. That's why he done it at Everton last week, and he got through in it yesterday. Do you get it? Because last week we had the ball, and that works to his strengths. Yesterday we did not have the ball, and you could see he struggled.
Suffocated.
Do you get it? And then, but those are two guys. But this is what I mean. Yesterday, everyone's banging on about these Newcastle injuries, and of course, 100%. And you can still see what they're trying to do. Whatever, blah blah blah. That's a squad where if you lose, that's a squad and a team that play a certain way, aggressive on the front foot, the press. How quick they want to get out to Trips and Livramento and Gordon and Almiron. When they lose a player, characteristically, the player coming in might not be as good, but will have the same characteristics to carry out that game plan. Mm-hmm. We lose a left centre back who will break ankles, bro. He will literally tough you out. He's ready for a fight whenever. And his replacements are a left back and a centre back who's completely the opposite, who doesn't want to get into duels, who doesn't want to get into a fight. We saw the way Dominic Calvert-Lewin was bullying him last week. It's just too. And Casemiro gets injured, and we don't even have someone to come in, let alone someone that's the opposite of Casemiro.
So then, doesn't that go back to?
So I'm saying.
So what does that go back to the planning of the?
Of course.
So,
but that. But I don't want to keep banging on about that and harping home about that. What I want to talk about is the situation that we find ourselves in. That, granted, if them two players come back and let's say it's Cassie and Kobe, Bruno, Rashford, whatever, with Højlund and that, and we're still going to these places and I'm not necessarily saying bopping them off the park and having this sort of control, but being in the fight and being in a battle and being in a performance where you can say, oh, we could have left with something there, and we're not doing that, then of course you got to raise question marks if that's still the case. But we're injuries away from characteristics being completely different. So he would want to play a certain way. I'm sure Eddie Howe, with these 10 injuries, doesn't want to play a certain way. He wants to. Eddie Howe has a style of play. Whatever the team he puts out, that will be the style of play. That's what people need to understand. But it's easier for him to go in and say, okay, these Botman's injured, all these men are injured, but the guys replacing them characteristically are similar. So why is it when Ten Hag gets these injuries to guys who characteristically he wants in his team, and then his replacements come in and they're completely different to the guys that will come out?
Who's signing the players?
Huh?
Who's signing the players though? Because you sign the players, do you get what I'm trying to say? He knew about Leacher in terms of characteristics, etc.
Yeah.
So,
and they're both injured.
So when you're signing Amrabat, who was meant to slot in, that is basically
you think that's who we wanted, yeah?
No,
because he's in on a loan.
No, I know, but I'm saying in terms of just, but then you spunked money on different. Like, I don't want to do this whole thing, bro, because
But I'm not talking about that, bro.
Yeah, but
the guys coming in ain't the guys who he bought.
But Amrabat.
Why are you sticking on Amrabat, bro? He's a guy on loan for 6 months.
He spent money on Mount.
Yeah, I'm talking about right now. Yeah. The guys that aren't playing.
But my point is, he spent money. Big money. Hold on, let me.
You're deviating away from my point, though.
No, I'm not. It's gonna come back to your point. Do you get it? The guys he signed, etc., that are out, bro. The money he spent could have went on different positions, or for example, he spent money on Mount, bro. If he spent that money on a DM, do you get what I'm trying to say? He would have had someone maybe that had the characteristics. And also, you're talking about a player like what do you call it? Mount that's coming.
We're not in that position for us to. He's already got his DM. He's bought his DM in his first summer.
Yeah,
we're not.
I'm talking about the understudy though.
Yeah, we're not in that position to be. We're quite clearly not in that position if we're loaning a player in for 6 months.
But the money was spent elsewhere
because he wants to improve on his 11. That's a different conversation, bro.
How? It's not.
It is because if he wants to improve on his 11.
But Mount
was brought in. On the assumption
that he was. Go on. What 60 million? People weren't thinking Mount starting in our midfield.
That's my assumption. That's my assumption.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then,
but he's out injured.
Spending, yeah. So why? The money? I'm just saying the money could have been balanced more. I'm not giving the excuse of Eddie Howe could do that, bro. What does that mean, bro? Eddie
what do you mean? What does that mean? He is the manager of a club that structurally, from top to bottom, since they've taken over, been spot on.
Yeah.
So one, they have the money for starters. 2, there's a plan in place to buy similar players to the ones that are already playing.
You don't get what I'm saying.
You're talking about halving the money out so we can buy an understudy.
No, I'm saying the money was not spent in the right way. Evidently, because because a manager is meant to plan for whether the squad gets injuries, no? Or is that meant to be just a taboo? That, we're going to think 11. Hold on. Is the manager building his squad or assembling his squad thinking, this is going to be the best case scenario for the whole season? He's also meant to plan for when we have situations like this. So, yes, he's playing McTominay. Don't want to see McTominay. But he could have been playing someone else that could have helped him play a better style that you're trying to basically say that he could be playing. Do you get what I'm saying? You're saying he's playing this certain way because of the players that he has, no?
No.
So
I'm saying he's sticking to the way he wants to play with a group of players that aren't able to carry it out.
So what? My point is, why is he not changing things up if you know that these players can't carry out what you want? So my
assumption is, well, that's the question everyone asks. What would you rather do,
bro?
Because a lot of people are bashing off Angie, and he was about 5 minutes away from losing 4 on the trot. So what would you rather have? A guy? No. What would you rather have? A guy that week in week out wants to play a certain way, and you accept it or not, and to the defect of it, or would you rather him revert back to type like what he done last season and win his way to the next transfer window?
I want a manager that's balanced. That can pick and choose and shore things up and have different tactics during different games. It doesn't mean you have to be let me stay on my philosophy. I'm
not talking about during the game.
And it doesn't mean that you have to revert so much away from your
I'm not talking about during the game. I'm talking about the team that he has out.
Yes.
At the start of a game.
Yes.
The way he wants to play.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So to begin with, he had a group of players at the start of the season where everyone was fit.
Okay.
And he wanted to play that way. By Spurs, which was the 3rd game of the season, Mount was already out injured. Yeah? So my assumption, because I don't know for a fact, because he reverted back to type last season. He reverted back to what he did at Liverpool, where he went long, sat back in a mid-block, and then went on the counter. I've not seen a change from Wolves at the start of the season. So my assumption is he wants to continue playing that way through thick and thin. Because I've not seen the change. When we were playing against Wolves, it was Casemiro, Mount and Bruno. Now it's Kobe instead of Casemiro and McTominay instead of Mount, considering he's still playing that high. So my assumption is from the offset, he wants to play like that. Casemiro is no longer available. His replacement's an 18-year-old kid. Martinez is no longer available. His replacement has been Lindelof, Johnny Evans, and a left back. That is my point. So what is it that we want as fans? For him to revert back?
What's your point?
That's what he's dealing with, bro.
Okay.
The guys that are out injured and the direct replacements are from another. They're from another stratosphere. They're not even similar to what my man played.
Is, as the gaffer, I want to see you make things happen. My point still stands. I don't get it. No one's disputing. No one is disputing what you're saying.
I can't see it.
That's you, bro.
I can't see it.
Then I don't know what you, because then our standards for the gaffer is different. Because I'm looking at the gaffer.
I can't see it.
I'm looking at the gaffer thinking you're the gaffer that. Remember before Ten Hag came in, you know, like I don't know if you've lost your memory or something, but before Ten Hag came in, everyone was talking about Ten Hag tactics. So let's not try and stay here and
it wasn't even before he came last season.
Whenever we were talking about tactics and the gaffer being able to implement and make players play better, yeah. So when I'm looking at some of these players and you're talking about he can't play his way because these players can't carry it out. What about actually implementing a system that makes these players' flaws seem alright? Bro, I'm looking around the Premier League, bro.
So you tell me that group. So you think that's possible with that group of players yesterday?
I think it's possible for us to not look like we're getting opened up every second. Yes, I do. You have more faith.
You have more faith in them players.
It's not about.
It is. Of course it is. Of course it is.
You must think. Yeah.
If you think that I wasn't going into that game yesterday knowing what I was going to see.
Oh, that's not the point. The point is us banking on the manager to show us something different in these games. Like, what the hell? I don't get it. I'm asking for a gaffer, and I'm not saying that the writing's on the wall, but it doesn't mean that I can't be cautious of what's going on, because I have.
But I'm not saying I'm not critical of him. I'm not saying I'm not critical of him. But I'm saying, my point is, come on.
You're saying, come on, bro. We've been. You're talking about from Wolves, yeah. So the gaffer's seen us, yeah, getting ran through, yeah, ran through. Hold on. Galatasaray. This is even recent games, you know, getting ran through. Chances, conceded. Are you telling me that the gaffer cannot allow us to be more, assured? It doesn't. I'm not saying that he has to move away. That's no point that I'm trying to make to you. There's a balance, mate.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
You don't think he's instructed that? Do you think he's instructed that or not?
If whether he has or not.
Do you think he has?
Yeah, I do.
So what more do you want from him?
It's poor if it becomes poor if you can't get a tune out of certain players. And hold on. I'm not saying that all these players. Remember, we talk about these players all the time, bro.
That's why I'm lost for words.
Hold on. There's a balance, sir. There is a balance. Just because I know that these players are whatless does not mean that the gaffer cannot show us something with certain players, bro. You make players better. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Is that something that's out of the equation or something? Because these players are bro, we've seen players that gaffers have put to the to another side of the galaxy, bro. But under other gaffers, bro, they show something. It doesn't always mean that because this team is Where's the gaffer that's gonna draw something out of you? That's the point I'm trying to make to you.
So how many times does a gaffer need to not draw out from these group of players for you to get that? These players. So every single player in our squad. Did you see the stat yesterday? About 8 of the players were Rangnick's players. Hold on, but every single player, you believe he can't get a tune out, basically. Of course he can. But there's more that he can't get out a tune of than he can. There's young players as well, you know. There's things you can do, bro. Yeah, of course. I'm not hearing. Newcastle had injuries. They played a 17-year-old. The 17-year-old, if they weren't saying the guy's name on commentary, you will think he's part of the he's a player. Yeah, he's a baller. My point is, it's not always about the player can't do this or Bro, there's systems, there's things that you can implement. Newcastle's group. And I'm not just talking about Newcastle. So but you just mentioned the kid. Newcastle's group of players. Other players. Other players. Exactly. Hold on. I'll give you other teams. No, but I'm saying, with my direct reaction to that is that Newcastle's group of players haven't been known for packing it in. With every gaffer under the sun. Keep going down that route, and if that makes you feel better, yeah, it's not about feeling better. It's not about feeling better because we're gonna get a new and then when we get a new gaffer, and then when we get a new gaffer, it'll be the same problem. If you believe that every single player. That's then bro. I just told you that 8 of the starting. I just told you that 8 of the starting 11 yesterday was from a gaffer 2-3 years ago. Okay, I know the problems we have, but that does not mean that I cannot see better than what I'm seeing. Simple as. Like, there's no disputing what I'm saying. Me personally, what I am seeing, I want to see better. So did you see better last weekend at Goodison? I saw some. No, did you see better? I saw phases, yeah. Did you see better in midweek at Galatasaray?
Nah. A better team puts Galatasaray to the sword. They probably don't even... Bro, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Mid teams will come to us and you'll think, yo, this is an interesting game. Like, do you not understand what I'm saying to you? Every single game we've played this season, bro, could have went both ways. 95% could have went both ways. Bro, I've been just preying and just watching. Do you get it? This is not the standards that man is going to adhere to, personally. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Man still thinks the gaffer can turn it around, but I'm not going to be naive to the situation and think, oh, he cannot do better.
Why do you think he can still turn it around? How many games are we into the season?
Because I believe...
No, but how many games have we played? How many games have we played?
13, 14 maybe?
In the league. And then another. So let's say 20 odd.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Where every
game
could have gone either way.
I'm hopeful. But if I'm coming out talking like this, you should know. Do you get what I'm trying to say, bro? That the penny's going to drop very soon, bro. I'm hopeful. Do you not understand? I'm hope. Do you know what hope is? That's what I am. Because, bro,
of 20 games that could go either way. You're not fed up of the gaffer.
Bro, I can't lie to you. Last season, what he did last season is still giving him the thingy, bro. That's me being real with you. The fact what he done last season and the fact that man.
So I'm getting the feeling that you're on him more than the players, really and truly.
Because I know about these players. We speak about these players all the time. I was expecting this gaffer to come in because I know, bro, you can't phase out all these players. It's impossible with what we've done in the past, etc. I know you can't phase out these players. So I'm expecting the gaffer to come in, assert himself as he did last season. So I'm not taking away all this credit, etc. Ten Hag's done a lot right, but you know your work can get undone in every field, in every industry, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Your work can get undone, and right now, bro, I want to see more from the gaffer. I want to see more. I think he's making a lot of bad decisions in terms of team selection.
But I don't even necessarily disagree with that, bro.
Yeah, so
I like when the game started, I was like 3-4 of them decisions. I was thinking like, what's going on here?
So really, then the point I'm trying to say to you is, how long does this? Like, I hear what you're saying, players, etc., things like that. It's not like I'm not hearing anything you're saying. Players, etc., I know. You get it,
and it's not like I'm not hearing anything you're saying. The point I've said to you for weeks now, is like, at what point does this stop? At what point do we stop sacking gaffers and bringing in new gaffers?
But then isn't there another side to the coin of that? All these players cannot be like. I know what you're saying, bro. I look at all of them individually and think some of them are just useless, bro. I'll be honest.
And that takes you back to your first point about Sir Jim and all of that. Because let's be really honest here. Yeah? We're talking about the gaffer. We're talking about the players. But like I said to you just a bit ago about Newcastle and structurally and all of that unfortunately, fortunately plays a part. Simple as that.
Always.
When not a few years ago, I was like, bro, we need to get this in, we need to get that in, we need to get this in. Someone I know was always said, bro, you can forget about that until you get rid of all these guys. Doesn't matter who you bring in, until all these guys cover the majority of the dressing room, you can forget about it. I'm not, like I said, what you're saying is, my rebuttal isn't me disagreeing with you, thinking you're chatting nonsense. I somewhat agree, but I'm of the attitude where, when is it gonna stop, for starters? When is it gonna end? Why am I seeing a player on the halfway line who's been here for 9 years now having to go back at the gaffer for doing something? We all saw it in the clip. We all saw what he done in the clip. So he's obviously not done, and Eric wasn't happy with it, obviously, and he's obviously not done what was requested of him. He calls him out for it, and he's clapping back. That's who we're dealing with here right now, bro. You know, after how many heavy defeats, you know how many times I've seen that tweet, Steve McLaren has instructed the players
to turn around.
No, but this is what I'm trying to say, bro.
We know about
No,
the
no, no, no,
players,
no, no, no,
though.
no, no. But this is what. No, but wait. You know how many times I've seen that tweet after a bad defeat? Steve McLaren has instructed the players to go back to the away and to applaud them for coming over, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's a member of staff instructing the players to do something. And regularly, on a heavy defeat, they refuse to do it.
Yeah.
If that's not staring you right in the face,
We know about
where
these players.
someone might just be possibly telling players to do a certain something and they
Then
refuse to
drop
do it.
them. You drop them. You make a stay. I will rather. This is the point I'm trying to make. I would rather see things that are like, raw. He dropped my man, and if we lose, I'm like, I hear it. That's the kind of mindset I'm on. I'm trying to see you, yo. You're not like, I need to be with you. Like, yo, I hear you, bro. But you're rewarding certain players when they're just awful. That's the issue. There's many issues, but that's another issue. So when I'm trying to say I want to see more from the gaffer, it's part of these things, bro. It's like, bro, show us that this player, you know what I mean? He took the piss, fam, in this game. He's not playing. How can you have a bro, the performance that Rashford had? We're gonna see him start. We're gonna see him start. Anthony, as bad as he's been this season, and he's been awful, had an all right game against Galatasaray. What do you do against Newcastle? You drop him. Why? To play Rashford on the right, who we all know can never even play on the right. That's already going to be a detriment to the team. Why didn't I see Garnacho? If he done Garnacho on the left and what do you call it, Thingy on the right, bro, Anthony on the right. As much as I don't want to see some of these players, bro, it's like I understand. Don't you get what I'm saying? I'm not understanding certain decisions. I'm not understanding things. I'm like, raw. I used to understand. Like I used to look at certain decisions. And I'm like, yeah, I hear it, man. I hear it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We used to have conversations where I'm like, we're like, oh, why did you do that? But yeah, maybe he done it because of this. And then we'll watch the game.
We had that one in the last session, bro.
And we'll watch the game and it'll pan out. So I'm saying,
saw that. You was agreeing with him dropping dropping Varane for Johnny Evans.
So I'm saying,
it's not stopping. It's not stopping, bro.
But you should understand though, when I'm trying to say, I want to see more. Like, if I can understand some of your decisions as well, then there's certain decisions that, bro, I should be looking at like, yo, I'm trying to see more from you. I'm trying to see you, be the vocal point. I want to be looking at you like, yeah, like, no matter what, bro, I'm looking. That's how I was looking, bro. But that kind of stops when you're not making the decisions that, are making sense. You're doing the opposite and we're seeing it transpire. Do you get what I'm saying? If I weren't seeing it transpire, then I wouldn't be speaking. I'm seeing you make certain decisions and it's being to the detriment of the team and it's transpiring. We're seeing it right before our eyes. As you said, it's not a coincidence that we're seeing that we have an open sea in our midfield. It's not a coincidence. Why? Because of the personnel. At least Hannibal, bro, will get himself a run. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I know that these players, it's like, raw. Will he play? Bro, play Hannibal. So I'm saying, it's little things. You played Hannibal. You praised him and said, he's setting the standards for the rest of the team. When have we seen Hannibal since then? There's so many things I don't want to...
I hear you, but I just it's easier said than done, bro. In terms of just the thought processes, like, and just some of the decision making. Like, obviously, I understand what you mean by like Rashford and Anthony played well on the weekend, yeah. And you're thinking, he bought Anthony.
Garnacho and Anthony.
No, Garnacho goes without saying. I'm saying Anthony because he surprised us, innit? So. But obviously, Anthony, you're thinking, is he gonna come in or like, because he signed, because the battle there was what for me. The battle wasn't Garnacho. The battle there was the guy he signed, and the guy between the guy he signed and the guy who done what he done for him last season, innit? And I was thinking, okay, let's see, innit?
I knew it was Rashford.
And he started. No, that's fair. But obviously Anthony played well in midweek, so. It's just, I hear what you're saying about, why didn't he just start Anthony? I'm just like...
Not that he would have pulled up any
I'm not saying he would have pulled up any trees, but I'm just saying that decision, it's like, he's probably looking at Rashford as well and going, bro, what's going on? Like, you look what you done for man. And he's probably looking at him saying, what is going on? But what I do agree with is he's playing poorly, and two, he's playing poorly, and now you're playing him on the right.
It's like you're not even helping him.
I'd rather you play. I know Garnacho's been playing well on the left.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what I was saying to my old man yesterday. It's like, if he's playing poorly, but on the left, Rashford's a quality player. Like, he could, that's his position. He could do something, pull something out, score a good goal and whatever, and then off he goes. But when you're sticking him on the right,
Gaffer.
And I'm not. That's exactly my point, though, bro. I'm not saying you're wrong for saying that. I'm not saying, oh, why? I'm not saying, yeah, I agree, you should play on the right. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I feel like he's trying to get himself to a stage where he's trying to survive to a certain point, or survive to a certain month, or survive, or just win to the next week.
Need a survival.
But that's what I mean. But we shouldn't be the gaffers shouldn't be finding themselves in this situation
I hear it,
but that's calm. You're rebuttaling all of my points, so I see where you stand, and that's not a problem. But I was just taken aback. So I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, bro. I'm just when you come into the season, yeah, with so much optimism and like belief that a gaffer is at a certain level, I'm gonna stick with them standards, because I'm giving you, you've shown things have transpired. So I'm not gonna be naive and close my eyes, bro, when I see that it's going the other way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yes, I know you have injuries, but bro, I see other teams have injuries and they still. I know about our squad, but we still have players that are capable. Like, what is this conversation? Like, I don't get it. Is our players mid-table quality or something? If you think that, that's your business, bro. But either way, even if you think that, my point is, some of these average players, he can still
like yesterday, someone made a comment like, United's team was better than Newcastle's. Do you genuinely believe that?
Newcastle as a team, of course they're better than us, bro.
No.
As a team,
like, no, they were saying as a group of
individuals. Yeah.
Maybe I just think these guys are useless. I don't know. But people might be hanging on.
Let's compare it.
People will talk about maybe Martial still, which is not the case for me. So I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's what's happening here.
You can't talk about Martial, but let's compare it, innit? Goalkeeper.
What done with him too?
Done, bro. I'm sorry. I don't care if he even comes back or whatever. Call me whatever. I don't care. Rip that contract and burn it. I don't want to see that anywhere in the atmosphere. That needs to not ever exist. I'm sorry. I do not care. We were on course. Everyone was talking about Galatasaray. Everyone was talking about mad hostile. I'm thinking, yeah, we've actually come, and I'm actually seeing something. This one, I was actually looking at Ten Hag like, yeah. So it's not like I'm just, Ten Hag, wrong. Yeah, I'm looking at it like, yo, plan has gone exceedingly.
But you said you didn't see nothing on Wednesday.
Hold on.
You said you saw nothing on Wednesday.
No, in terms of the plan. Yeah, no. Wednesday is bro, that's an anomaly. I don't care.
But you said you saw nothing on Wednesday.
Wednesdays in terms of, I'm talking about in terms of the plan from the gaffer. It was a good plan.
But you said 20 minutes ago, you said you saw nothing on Wednesday.
Apart from Galatasaray. So Galatasaray, yeah. So add Galatasaray, but you're adding one game. You can be petty and do that. I don't mind.
But hold on. Bro, it's not about being petty. You're confusing me, bro.
Okay, cool. You can.
Because I asked you what you saw on Sunday at Goodison, and you said there was phases.
Yeah.
Then I asked you about Wednesday. You said not really. I didn't see nothing.
Not really, and because we ended up losing the game, so I'm not thinking in that regards. But until 2-0, things were going well. Onana destroyed that game, so I'm not looking at anyone but Onana in that game. That's an anomaly because it's not the same consistently for other games. So if this one game, if you want to have that, what does that mean?
I'm just double checking, bro.
Okay, cool. I've clarified.
Yeah.
Cool. So what?
Yeah, go on. Continue.
I thought you were trying to
No. I was just clearing up. I didn't get it, bro.
Sanch is very hilarious. You're a hilarious guy.
Bro, you said one thing, said another. I'm just clearing up what cool. What it is.
Is it cleared?
Yeah. So you were impressed on Wednesday?
Yeah, it was a good performance.
Cool.
Up until
go on.
Onana.
Go on about Onana.
Yeah, so Onana, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. You cost us.
What about Rashford?
Rashford right now, bro. I'm not taking to Rashford still. I'll be real.
Done?
I'm at the point. I'm not done. He can be in the squad, but moving forward, I don't want to see him starting still. Personally, nah. Not hearing it still. We're having a conversation.
Anyone else?
Well, hold on. We'll see. Because with Rashford, me and you were having a conversation 3 weeks ago, or a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, and wasn't it about Rashford's ceiling and that? Do you remember? Mm-hmm. And I was disagreeing with you. I was like, nah, Rashford, he could still. Do you remember that conversation, bro? Yeah, man. I'm just tired. That's the word, bro. I'm just tired of it. It's not even just about.
You know what it is about Rashford, yeah? What was the game last week, Everton?
Yeah.
Up until that game, I actually thought he was. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I missed the game, I don't know what the game was before. I'm not sure what the game was before, but up until last week was the first time where I watched him and I thought, okay, this was bad.
Is it?
Yeah. So up until Goodison last week,
No,
I'm not saying he's not had poor performances, but I've obviously said he's been playing on the right. But up until around that, I don't know what the game was before that, but up until around that, I was thinking he's been obviously unlucky. He's had chances to score goals, he's missed them. Obviously confidence and that, but I obviously thought he improved in terms of his 1v1s and his build-up play and assisting, like obviously Højlund and that. You see that reel where they were making the chances that Rashford has built up and that. And up until then, I just thought he was a bit unlucky, confidence, etc. But last week, that performance reminded me of when he was. What season was it? With Ole and
Ryan,
yeah. And obviously yesterday the same.
I'm sorry, but we've spoken.
So the last week is really when it's stuck home for me still, and then I just don't know what you do.
This what I'm saying. Like, a lot of things are crumbling down, bro. Because 5-year deal, we know based on last season, like no one was really saying. And I said it, and I wrote a piece, and there was this one melon that replied to it, yeah, saying, what do you mean there's this new level of expectation? He just needs to do what he done last year and everything will resolve itself. The guy come off a 30-goal season from the year before. We had an absolute stinker where we were looking at him thinking, what the hell is going on? He's come back to a point where I was like, raw. Like, I thought you'll be all right, but I didn't think you'll be this good. And I saw a different side to him. He's deserved it, in my opinion, got a new contract because his thing was running down anyways. Got his new deal. Of course, there's a new level of expectation. We've just come off our first year with the gaffer. He's won a trophy and he's finished in the top 4. Is there not that? Of course.
Do you get it? So of course, there's this new level of expectation. Of course, there's this new. I want more now.
That's the whole point of a new contract.
I want to see this season go do it again.
Yeah, that's the whole point of a new contract.
Apparently not.
Anyways,
so and now look,
bro, I'm just tired, bro. To the point where I don't like. There's so many of these players, yeah, bro. If you was to ask me to do a start bench or how many players I'll keep, bro, we'll be at a very small number right now, like as we're speaking.
And it's like I hate banging on about it, but how is it possible? Of course. I'm not denying that, but how can we still have the same players from that year? How can 75% of the 11 be of the players of that year? How is that even possible?
But I'm tired, man. Let's wrap this up. I'm tired, bro. United, yeah, man. Moving forward, I just think our season is just going to be a lottery in terms of one day we might win, one day we'll lose. You know what I mean? I'm just tired, bro. And I just feel like right now, they say, bro, that we're spoiled, etc. Do you know what I mean? But bro, it doesn't even feel like, I don't even know, bro. I'm just numb right now still.
I think someone put it well for me. Yes, for me anyways. It's just like you get used to it, innit? So it's not like you kind of get to the point where yesterday was like you're kind of like lucky we lost 1-0. Like, do you get it? And like
they had their shooting boots.
You're thinking, okay, Chelsea and Bournemouth. Can we get some results there? But then maybe at Anfield, you're seeing can the players? Do you get it? Can the players get something? But obviously, it will probably be like similar to last weekend, innit? So
we move, man. We move. That's all we can say. We move, but
because that's how I feel at the moment, bro. That's how I feel at the moment. I feel it's a week by week thing. I feel like you're like, let's get to next week. Let's get to, and I'm a fan. So can you only imagine the gaffer? And I'm not, like I said, he's not relieved of all criticism, of course not. But everyone has their part to play. But it's like other managers get given the tools, and our manager is in charge
has to create the tools
and is in charge of the tools. There's teams that give managers players, and our manager walks in and he's in charge of buying everyone.
He's the one that comes into the canteen, switches on the lights, goes behind the serving desk, serves the
and I
the
think
food,
and that's
goes and makes food in the back. You can
only until it implodes.
That's my point though. So I'm saying that's why at the start of the video I said, like, where's the right, like, what's gonna happen? Because if you don't see it getting better, Sir Jim ain't no savior.
So it's either. So it's either. That's a good. But that's a good point. It's like, yeah, my man will come in. Is he gonna survive that? If he survives that, and
Sir Jim will want to make a statement.
No. I'm saying he might do, but I'm saying if he survives that, then gets a new structure above him or whatever, and it magically works well, then cool. But if it doesn't, you get a new gaffer in, and then in 18 months we're saying the same thing.
So Mary's all right.
At what point do you get it? That's why I'm so like. Maybe that's why I'm so like this with the gaffer, because it's like I agree. I didn't disagree with a point you made, but do you get what I mean? At what point am I said this under Ole. I said this under the other gaffer and the other gaffer and the other gaffer. It's quite clearly not the gaffer. Do you get it? Although do you get it? Of course, guys pick the team and that, I get it. But it will be the next gaffer. It will be the next gaffer, and it will be the next gaffer, and it will be the next gaffer until something changes. Until there's that support. So that's why I'm so blind to like coming on there and like caning, man. Do you get it? So
boy, we'll see, boy. Hindsight's a beautiful thing.
And that's another video on Field of Play TV. Thank you, bro. We'll see how it goes. Maybe in a few weeks you'll be feeling a bit better. But yeah, that's another video, man. All that stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, see you soon, man.